Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I got my matches out. I got my candles lit. We're about to be lit. I'm about to be lit. You'll hear about my day and think maybe I should start a drinking habit. Okay, and let's get the incense going. I got my coffee here, and yeah, of course I couldn't because that's the type of day I'm having. Cheers. All right. Well, the reason I'm wearing this lime green shirt, sometimes wear it. I wore it to school today, and the reason I wore it is because today was freshman day. It was the first day of kids at my school, and I was actually wearing this. But I'm a considerate coworker, so I said, "Hey, I'll bring this just in case somebody forgot their this." But nobody did, so I had to wear this skin tight, horribly green thing all day. So there's that. It was freshman day, and freshmen get way better orientation than we did when I was entering high school. Like mine, my high school had a goddamn, I'm tired. My high school started off with sophomores. I went to a junior high that had 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Slightly different ball game, but they didn't prep us like they prepped these kids. So how did the day go? It started off very easily. I have this very sweet girl. She's very high functioning. I'm surprised she's even a student of mine in the special needs world. Her name is Mel, and I love her. And she's very heavy, unfortunately. She's technically obese, I would say, but a very sweet girl. Speaks Spanish and English very well. She had a boot on because she hurt her foot like a month ago. And so I just kind of hung out with her the first couple hours of the day. She's like, we got her registered, got her ID and all that, made sure her classes were right. And then they had an assembly. I go, "Do you feel like doing more walking and going through the assembly?" She's like, "No." I go, "Fine, I'll just sit here with you and we'll chill out." I actually got to help some other students while she was just sitting and hanging out. And that looked like that was going to be my day. I was hanging out with her, but no, it took a turn, which is fine because the turn it took is with one of my best friend's kids, Chris. Now, Chris is a handful. And we were thinking that Chris wouldn't need any paraprofessional support like me and my coworkers provide. No, he definitely does. He had a rough day. I calmed him down sometimes, other times he was escalated, but I made it quite clear that he will need a para for a while, and he didn't like that. It's like, well, then here's what you do. And I've said this before about a kid I had last year named Michael. That, hey, you don't want a para, do you? He's like, "No, I don't." Like, then you need to act like you don't need a para. You can't interrupt class. You can't get up and just run around. Sometimes you get to pace, and that's in your IEP, your individualized education plan, because he's in pretty typical level classes. He's got it up here, but socially he needs some work, and behaviorally he needs a little work. So I made him understand. People would see me. Some of my coworkers like, "You're pretty rough on him." I go, "I'm basically his second dad. I've known this kid since he was 4. I've known him for like 11, 12 years. So I'm going to be rough on him, and you got to be rough on him day one. I've found that out. I've learned through experience. You even go the first week easy on him, they're going to think they can play you." And I was like, "Nope. Here's what we do. This is the way we do it at this school. I don't care how they did it at your last school. This is what I bring, and this is what I expect. And I have expectations of respect and hard work, and we can also have some fun. The hard stuff comes first. Then you can enjoy later. And this is how we act, and this is what we do." And then I just got off the phone with my friend Pete, and we talked about it, and we're on the same page. You got 2 dads coming down on this kid, man. Sorry, Chris, it's not going to be easy. But it was a long day, but I always feel good at the end of the day when I work there. I feel like, okay, I've helped some people today, helped a couple kids, and I feel good about it. Even though I'm probably titling this "Karma is a Bitch," it really doesn't feel karmic when I work with him, and he was very rude actually a lot of times, and he was very adamant about saying that the school district is evil and there are teachers here that want to kill children. That's what comes out of this kid's mouth sometimes, because that's part of autism, is sometimes unreasonable thoughts and just having no filter and just putting them out there. So dealt with a lot of stuff, but as the day progressed and he understood my standards, even day one, he started changing his tune a little bit. I was also flexible with him. I say, "Hey, if you need to get out of this class and go for a walk, we can do that. But my expectation is, hey, today we only did 20-minute classes. The rest of the day was getting signed up and assembly and introducing each other to each other. So it's an interesting day. But I said, hey, it's only a 20-minute class. I want you in there the whole 20. But if you can't do that, you got to give me the first 5. That way you know what the teacher's expectations are. We need to get out of there after that. That's fine. First couple classes, you didn't do that great, but each class it seemed like you just got better and better and better, and it really made me happy at the end of the day. Okay, so there's that. My second thing, my karma is a bitch. I don't know, and I don't know if it's karma. It's just life, right? And my cat's even meowing at me. What do you want? Um, I just got a call from the Mercury Cafe saying instead of weekly showcases, they only want to do monthly because, as I mentioned probably a couple of videos ago, maybe in the last video, we did nothing on Saturday night, and finally those chickens are coming home to roost. You don't sell enough tickets, you don't get a venue anymore. So I've got the next 2 weekends in August, and then I'll have they want to do the first Saturday each month, and I'll do September, and I'm going to reassess after those 3 shows. I may not want to do this anymore. Honestly, I love comedy, I love performing, I love hosting, I even love booking, but I've lost a lot of money. Not a ton, but enough. I'd say it's significant. I'd say in the thousands probably of dollars. And it's not a hobby that I want to pay that much for, honestly. And at 53, I'm like, hey, you know what? I've done some stuff with comedy. I've written a book. Maybe I'll go write another book. I have one in my mind. And so maybe I'll just, I almost said become an author. That's not, I don't think. I'd love to retire writing books, but even that is not very realistic. But I do like the thought of maybe continuing to do something, even writing a book of just stupid jokes and just putting it out there. These are the jokes I've written throughout my career. You know, my non-paying, who knows how many thousands of dollars in the hole between gas to gigs, non-paying gigs, all that stuff. And by the way, I do have a gig in Grand Junction on September 9th, and then I have another one at Lone Tree Brewing Company on October 2nd. So I've got stuff. And like I said, you can see I'm smiling through this, even though I'm claiming that karma is a bitch. It hasn't felt that karmic. It has equaled out like karma. You know, I had a rough day with this kid, then I had a great day with this kid. I've had a nice long run at the Mercury that's about to come to an end, and I'm sad about it, but I'm also happy with what we did. We made money for charitable organizations. We made people laugh. I got to laugh. I really do. I actually am one of those few comics. A lot of comics just sit there and stare at the other comic. No, I laugh. I have a good time. I'm not there to judge or be bitter or feel like I'm better than another comic. No, I just go there and have a good time. And then here's the final thing where this does feel like karma, and I'm trying to be positive about this one too. Just got off the phone with my father, and he is still insisting on getting a storage unit, even though for about the 50th time, literally, I'm not even exaggerating, I told him, I can store everything you have, Father, please. And then this weekend we need to get a truck and get him into his assisted living place, which we hope will be taking him. There's still some snags with that apparently. And then, but he, you know, I said, hey, I can come over Thursday and Friday night. We can prep, Saturday prep, Sunday get the truck, get my stuff to my place, get your stuff to your place, boom, 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 boom. He's still fighting me on that. He's like, John, just write a truck for the whole weekend. Now, granted, he says he's going to pay for this. I originally was going to pay for it, but I'm like, fine, Dad, fine. It's like, John, don't fight me. I go, I just stopped fighting you. I'm literally doing exactly what the fuck. I didn't say what the fuck, but I want to. You want, okay? He's like, John, you got to understand something. You know, I just feel beaten down, and I feel this, and I feel that. And I listened to it, and I said, okay, yeah, I understand those feelings. And then I turned around and said, you know, how I feel? I feel like you're fighting me at every turn. And this is the defining theme of our relationship. So he tells me his feelings. I validate those feelings. I understand how you feel. You know, I get it, okay? When I tell him my feelings, he goes, I'm not trying to make you... That's the problem, Dad. You're not listening. All you're doing is explaining and rationalizing how you dismiss how I feel, which is, by the way, completely legitimate, if not completely factual. He's been fighting me on everything the entire summer, and now here we are at crunch time, and we got to do shit that he's still talking about getting storage unit. Sorry, it's infuriating, but you know, here we are. And unfortunately, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to abandon the guy, even though I would have a lot of rights to on a lot of levels. So That one is the karma kick in the balls. But, you know, like I said, my life is pretty good. My dad's driving me crazy, but I only got, what, 2 more weeks of that? So that's great. Hope you guys are happy. Hope karma's not kicking you in the balls or the vagina or the fallopian tubes or wherever karma kicks a woman. And much love. Talk to you guys next time. And I hope you're staying as happy as I am. Cheers. And I swear this coffee isn't spiked. It's just coffee. See you next time. Bye.